welcome back to another video. It is Wednesday and I'm not going into work. If you are a new viewer or a new follower to my channel, hello, welcome. I usually go into work on Wednesdays and Thursdays for my internship. I am a social work student, and so that's why I go in on those days to fulfill my internship requirements, but I am not going into work today, and the reason for that is because I am going up to Lake Placid, which is in New York, and I will be traveling with TAPS. Now, I will talk a little bit more about TAPS and a lot of the services that they provide for families later on in the video, but to kind of just give you a rundown on what the program is about. It's a tragedy assistance program for survivors, and they assist families who have lost a loved one in the service. And I am eligible for this trip because if you guys didn't know, I was married previously and my husband was in the Marine Corps, and unfortunately he did pass away while on active duty. And so that's why I am eligible to go on this trip and connect with peers that are my age and who have also lost a loved one in the service. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous. Just like, you know, anyone would be getting out of their comfort zone, but I'm eager to kind of listen to others' experiences and how they've coped with their loss, and just to connect with peers, you know. But I am leaving in a couple of minutes. It's about a 6.5 hour drive from where I live. I really hope that you guys enjoy this week's video, and let's make our way to Lake Placid. I'm all ready to go, and Moana's hair is all over the back seat, but all is good. It's just a car.
To find humans to be with. You always say we're lucky. I don't know what luck is. You want to build castles high up in the mountains. I don't know about fingerprints. We have genetics and particle kinetics. It's snowing in Wyoming. Your hands are on the fire. We hit the gong and watch it ring. All the world's suffering. All the world's suffering.
We made it here safely. I just got into the hotel and I found out that I actually don't have a roommate, and I'm kind of glad because I know we're gonna have like emotionally exhausting conversations, and I'm kind of glad that I get to just come back and just have a room to myself and to just zone out and really just relax. So I'm very grateful for that. And I'm also just very thankful that I got here when I did, because there's a whole blizzard outside. And if you guys have watched any of my videos, then you will see that I do not like driving in the dark and in the snow because I see roads and I just have horrible night vision in general. But like I said, I'm very grateful that we got here, and now I get to just unpack, relax until about 7:30 to 8 o'clock. I think it's when we're all meeting again. And yeah, I'm excited to get to meet everyone and just to see what's to come during this week. But I will keep you guys posted. It's the following morning, and I just got up and I'm getting ready for the day. We are having like a pretty packed schedule while we're here, so I made sure to get up at least 45 minutes to an hour earlier so that I can start my car and dust off all the snow and then go get some coffee, because I know that I'm gonna need it because we have a jam-packed schedule. So I'm gonna get ready and get my morning started.
I can see it now, 'cause I can feel it now. touch me, you can lift me up. Says high above me, rivers in my heart. I can feel it now, coming closer. I can feel it now, taking over. In the heat of it, in my heartbeat, and the magic slips through my bloodstream. You can lift me up to places high above me. Can rivers in my heart. You lift me up. You lift me up. You lift me up. In my heartbeat, in my heartbeat, in my heartbeat. Where you touch is like a drug. Where your love lifts me up. Take me high, set me free. Take me high. High above me. Can rivers in my heart. You lift me up. You lift me up. You lift me up. In my heartbeat, in my heartbeat, in my
Everyone say
I can see it now, I can feel it now. When you touch me, in my bloodstream. When you touch me, you can lift me up. Says high above me, rivers in my heart. I can feel it now, coming closer. I can feel it now, taking over. In the heat of it, in my heartbeat, and the magic slips through my bloodstream. You can lift me up to places high above me. Can rivers in my heart.
So I'm back from my trip and it's been a couple of days since I've been home, but I wanted to make sure to revert back to my conversation at the beginning of this video, and I wanted to explain a little bit more about TAPS. So I actually went on their website and I wrote down a little bit of like their mission statement and their purpose. And it says, TAPS is the national nonprofit organization providing compassionate care and comprehensive resources to all those that are grieving a death in the military or veteran community. They have a helpline, a care team, counselors, casework, education assistance, suicide loss support, caregiver to survivor support, and much more. And when my husband had initially passed away, TAPS reached out to me and they provided a lot of peer group support, which honestly helped me tremendously. So much so that about a year and a half after my husband's passing, I decided to give back to the same community that helped me. And I did a I think it was like 3 months or 2 months. So it was a very short-term internship. It wasn't affiliated with my school. I just really felt a purpose to do it, and I did. And I was part of a care team. And so I did that for that period of time. And a couple of months ago, I realized that I had never actually gone on any of the retreats that they offered. And I received an email pertaining to the like young adults retreat, and I was intrigued. and my fiance is the one who was actually like, you should go, like you always talk about communicating with others around your age and how you don't really feel understood. And so I took a leap of faith and I went, and I will be completely honest and transparent and tell you guys, it was a life-changing experience for me. The relationships I built over the trip are something that was like unimaginable for me. And I feel like I gained a new family. I thought like I gained a new family I never knew I needed. And I genuinely mean that from the bottom of my heart. I also got to explore like a different side of my feelings. And I was able to relate with others because they knew what I was feeling and what I was going through. And with that came a lot of support, and we just kind of lean on each other. And the last thing I'm going to say is the activities that we took part in is something that I probably wouldn't have done unless I had gone to this trip. I believe I already did. If not, I'm going to put in a clip of the trip. And we went, we did, I think it's called luge, which basically you're on a sled, you have your hands tucked on the side and you go on the ice, and it basically goes like that. Then we did a skeleton experience. That one was the one I was most scared about because you're going face first, and I think we reached up to 30 miles per hour. But I was, being cheered on by all of the young adults there, and I decided to actually do it again. So I did it twice. And I believe we also went ice skating at the Olympic Center. We went skiing as well. And I think that was probably the highlight of the activities that we did. Even though I tumbled as we got higher up in the mountain, I did take quite a beating, but overall, I just really enjoyed it. Then we did something called curling, which if you're not familiar with, I initially looking at the video of what curling looked like, I was kind of like, I don't know about this. It looks a little different, but it was so much fun. We ended it in such a good note, and I'm so glad that I participated in the activity. All that to say, if TAPS or anyone from TAPS is watching this video, or if it ever reaches that audience, I genuinely want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. You are providing support to families and those who need it the most. And so thank you. And on that note, I'm also going to close out this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.